Hey everyone, welcome to my meditation drawing for today. So before we start, just get yourself some art materials, basic. I have a notepad here, and I just have a marker, just pick this up, green marker, so I'll be using this. It's like a tipped ink. Get yourself really comfortable. Get a cushion, a blankie, get yourself a cup of tea. We'll be here for about 15 minutes or so. So meditation drawing is really about taking some time out from the busyness of the day and reconnecting to self, coming back to yourself, tuning in with where you're at, and doodling and drawing as a way of kind of distracting the mind enough so that we can actually sink in and be a little bit more present and really here and now in comparison to our bodies and our bodies in space. And so for those who follow astrology or human design, the sun is currently in gate 47. And so gate 47 is really about that moment when you've been thinking about thinking about something and trying to make sense of it. And then the penny drops. It's like, oh, that's it. I get it, you know? And it can be difficult energy because you're thinking about something over and over again, but it does reach a point where you get to understand. So we will be using gestural meditation drawing today. And that's literally, we will be replicating this idea of the penny dropping through repetitive mark making. So we'll start with the meditation, and then I'll guide you step by step through our creative exercise. So we're going to start with the meditation. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to really sit on those sit bones, really feel them and kind of wiggle yourself into the chair. Make sure your back is placed against the back of the seat. Make sure your sit bones are really weighing down. And from here, I'd like you to just start paying attention to your breath. This may be the first time that you've stopped today. This may be the first time you've allowed yourself to actually switch in from this doing, achieving, producing way of being into a more receptive and imaginative, much more of a yin existence that we get with meditation drawing. So as you continue to breathe, let's do a short body scan, focusing on our feet. Pressing our feet gently down onto the ground. Noticing any cool or warm air around our feet. Are we wearing socks? Are our feet warm or cold? Just really grounding into the support of the earth now and allowing it to really support you over the next 10-15 minutes. Moving up to the ankles, where the feet meet the legs, moving up through the calves, to the knees, which may be bent in space, to the thighs, sitting here, resting those sit bones, resting back. Moving up the back, which may be pressed against the back of the seat, up to the shoulders, and maybe just rising those shoulders up to the ears and then releasing them. And again, just really letting go of any tension or stress that may have accumulated over the day. Going down the shoulders into the arms, the elbows, and the hands, perhaps sitting on your lap or resting in space. Then to the belly, Just begin to notice the belly's movement with the breath in and the breath out. Noticing the chest rise and fall. Moving up to the neck, to the face, feeling the warm or cool air in through the nostrils or the mouth. To the ears, to the back of the head and neck, and up to the top of the head. Just taking yourself in through space. And slowly, in your own time, opening your eyes or shifting your gaze towards the piece of paper. And today we're going to be doing a gesture. So we're really going to be replicating this idea of the penny drop. So what I'd like you to do is putting your pen or pencil on the page and just making this movement. The penny's dropping. It's hitting the ground. And just playing with this. Remember, it's meditation drawing. You don't have to be drawing anything in particular. This doesn't have to look like anything. This is actually looking like a bit of a mess. There's no particular reason why we're doing this. There's nothing to achieve in this session. And here we are, drawing these little, they're like J's, aren't they? Really this downward movement of energy as we hit a realization. And this realization hits the surface of something and we get it. We finally begin to get it. And just playing with this. This doesn't have to be a particular length. This doesn't have to go in a particular direction. This is more like doodling here. We're just creating this action, this movement downwards. And I'd like you to, now that you're kind of comfortable with playing with this shape, I'd like you to begin connecting this movement to the breath. So I'd like you to breathe in as you go down, breathing out as you turn, breathing in as you go down, and breathing out as you turn. Breathing in as you go down, breathing out as you turn. So we're connecting breath to movement. We're connecting movement to marks. Connecting marks to the page. And really play around here. Perhaps your breath is short. And so perhaps your marks are actually a lot smaller than you think. Or perhaps you're breathing deep, making long gestural movements with your long breath in and out. Remember, this isn't important. What's important here is letting go, surrendering, receiving this energy of things dropping in out of nowhere, connecting And feeling this through the breath and through the gesture. Just noticing your own flow here. And are there things beginning to emerge? Are particular characters or images or visions beginning to emerge out of this collection of marks? Are you thinking of a memory or something you've seen in the past? Just letting your imagination go. Just doing whatever it is feels good. If you find a movement like long gestures down, then go with this. Or if you're enjoying smaller little breaths in, breaths out, breaths in, breaths out, then just go with this. So you have an invitation now to continue making marks, continue connecting mark to breath, continue with this image as it is. Or perhaps you want to do something different. Perhaps you're finding little spaces and places on the page that you can fill in and accentuate. Or perhaps you're naturally inclined to produce something that's completely different to the curve, with straight lines, marks. Or perhaps you're feeling unsatisfied with this loop that isn't closed, and you'd like to go now and complete the circle with things. Really recognize that your life has been filled with all of these stories and situations that have come full circle. Just for the last few minutes, going with whatever feels good. Going with what feels nice. Completing circles. Leaving them uncompleted. Perhaps a satisfaction in that. Perhaps a real satisfaction in filling things in. So let your mind wander about any cycles that are emerging right now. Really playing with whatever feels good to you. Let it be satisfying. Let it be easy. And in the last few moments, perhaps just thinking, is there a word that sums up this experience? As I'm drawing, I have Picasso in my mind for some unknown reason, and his characters and his figures that were broken down into all of these little pieces. And I'm thinking about the people in these scenarios that I've been part of, these stories that I'm in. realizing how interconnected all of these situations seem to be. So when you're ready, put your pen down, put your art material down. Just a gentle massage of the hands, a gentle release of the shoulders. How does the body feel now after stopping for 15 minutes or so? How does it feel giving yourself up to your imagination? Letting yourself tap into your creative flow. And perhaps finishing on a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So if you enjoy these little sample meditation drawings, I have a meditation drawing circle that meets every week. And I'll put the information for those below, and feel free to come along and join me anytime. So enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon.